So Carlos reached out. I've asked Carlos for his number since he ever like started talking to me. Carlos has never communicated with me through a text or a call or anything. He's only wrote me on Instagram. Only
with him.
contact, only form of contact. I never had Miss Netta's contact. I never had Charles's contact. Only Carlos's, and only his IG at that. So at that point, I kind of only communicated about everything through Carlos because what I thought at least was that he was the one who manages everything, so he controls the money and things like that.
I think that Carlos is also Roy. See,
I'm with your theory.
okay.
Something ain't right.
Yeah. We gonna talk
really
about
good vibes from Carlos, but something ain't right. I will say the first time I did her hair, I didn't take no videos. We didn't even go live. We didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? In fact, another person ended up getting credited for the work that I did because Zeus had brought her in to curl her hair.
Right.
Which I was a little bit different. But anyways, then me and Carlos communicating, you know, talking about just everything outside of this, just like regular like barbecue and cooking, things like that. Then the BET week comes in and he's like, hey, you know, are you going to be free this day? And I'm like, yeah, I'm free. And then he's like, okay, I need you to do the hair, blah, blah, blah. But mind you, prior to all of this, I had said, I'm done playing small. I'm done doing free stuff. Like, and he's like, you know, you're really good, Asia. Honestly, like people loved her hair. Like, just like kind of like reiterating everything I had said. So I'm under the impression that he knows it's not to be paid. But then he says they don't have any money. And I'm thinking in my head, they was real good people. They was real cool.
Hold on, wait. He told you that they had no money?
Yes. Yeah, but Carlos is also lying because I used to be on YouTube a long time ago, and Carlos is lying. They definitely do have money, but even the richest person has a budget. The issue is that you have to understand these are people from a small town city who have blown up on a platform, you know what I'm saying? And they're new to entrepreneurship and to just the like everything they're seeing is big. Even when we were talking about rent prices, I'm seeing her like, man, this little one bedroom is $3,000. And like, what? Like, because for them, downtown you can get a really big place for $1,500 in a city, but that's just not what it is. So I don't think that people like think about that when they think about a small town person now being in like really big cities. You know what I'm saying? I said all that to say that they have money. They just have a budget. And Carlos did not explain no budget. He just said, yeah, they spent all their money to get here. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to make somebody go to no awards. Like, now that I know, it would be different if I didn't know.
Yeah.
But now that you brought it to my attention and you're telling me that they don't have a hairstylist, they need, you know, they spend all their money to go to where I'm going to do their hair for free out of the kindness of my heart because they're my friend. So I did the hair, you know what I'm saying? But then it wasn't, and I wasn't even upset. I did the hair. I thought it was cute. We had a good vibe up in there. I was having fun. I did miss, you know, going to the awards to do her hair. And so yeah, but when he came, the thing about Carlos, when Carlos came in the room, because I didn't know that he didn't have confirmed tickets because Carlos said they're going to Cardi B. So Ms. Netta was right when she said they was supposed to go to Cardi B because he told me they supposed to go to Cardi B tonight, and I'm thinking, well, how her hair gonna be done like tonight, like this Friday already? And Carlos is still in Colorado, where he from or where he live at. So I'm like, the manager not here. They supposed to go to like this. Don't make no sense. So that's why they probably didn't go to the Cardi B because Carlos didn't even have the details. Recently, 2 days prior to that, followed this girl, Felicia. Sweet person. She's from Atlanta. She had just moved to LA 3 months ago. And I'm like, this would be a really good opportunity. I see she's trying to push her brand. I seen the ad. So I reached out to her and I was like, hey, I know you just moved here. Like, it looks like you like trying to, you know, get your business and get a clientele here. So do you want to work on this project with me? She called me and then I was like, perfect. I found somebody.
It's smooth.
She did a really good job. And she's really, you know, I just talked to her. She's really quiet, really professional. And people were saying, oh, you unprofessional. You just talking. One, I'm working for free. And two, and two, I already know them and I'm comfortable and cool with them. So I felt like it was like I could be at home. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So when did you recognize, or did you recognize that there was a disconnect between talking to Carlos and Netta, because see, I'm with you. Like I know Miss Netta, she tell a fib or two, but I don't think Miss Netta will go all the way over here and not have her stuff together. That ain't Miss Netta like.
But I will say this much. I know that Miss Netta got way more sense to go all the way to LA and not have no tickets or not have no nothing. Carlos was lying to them. Carlos literally, that's why I want him to join this live. I want Carlos to join the live. So I need to hear his side of the story because Carlos was telling everybody. I mean, he told my makeup artist, he told me, this is what it is. Like we got this, they got this, and they got the red carpet. And he said his exact words were like, they got the red carpet on Sunday.
Yeah.
So if your manager is telling you that you're gonna believe
facts.
You hired them in that position, you're gonna believe them. So I can't really blame her.
So basically, what you saying is you don't fault Miss Charles and Miss Netta and none of this.
So let me tell you, I got mad initially when she did her live, and the reason why was because I'm like, okay, well, who playing me? Because she's saying she got money. Carlos is saying they don't have no money. So who lying to who? Because Carlos telling me, oh, do this video, I don't have no money, but then she's saying I had no money. Are y'all trying to like shortchange people or what it is? So I went back to Carlos because my business partnership was with Carlos. My client was Miss Netta, but the business partnership was with Carlos. So I went back to Carlos and I'm like, hey, Miss Netta posted this video saying, they got their own money. This is this. They'll make people work for free. This kind of hurts my feelings because she was doing this live. And because when we were on live there, she was like, don't share on my page because that's not how I get paid. And I'm thinking in my head, like, well, I'm not even getting paid. So at minimum, I can at least get exposure because I'm not getting paid.
Facts.
But she also doesn't know that I even desire to be paid because when Carlos came to her, he said, oh, I secured everybody. We just got to pay the makeup artist the $150. And then Miss Netta sent the makeup artist the $150.
What? So off the top, you already know it's shaky at this point.
I didn't know that though until I talked to Miss Netta yesterday, and then I talked to the makeup artist today, who both confirmed that. So I didn't know that that's how he came to her. Like, oh yeah, basically like, oh yeah, that's my girl. She gonna do like basically she gonna do you. She gonna do your hair for free, but you just gotta pay the makeup artist. The whole time he told me, man, they don't have nothing right now. They don't spend their last to get here. And he literally said, spend their last to get here. Gave me this whole little story. No, but if I spend $5,000 on a trip that's not international, hell yeah, I'm gonna be penny pitching. Why am I spending $5,000 just to get to LA? Like, and they had to pay $5,000 for the hotel for the whole little weekend, whatever. Like, I wouldn't be mad. Like, that's a lot to spend for a 3-day trip. Give it to Miss Netta, and she's like, okay, so did you get the tickets? He was like, Carlos sits down in the chair calmly, and he says, I've been calling Roy all day. He ain't answered. 14 calls and 10 missed text messages. I said, well, if y'all on the list, then y'all might as well just show up. If y'all shouldn't be waiting for him to get the dang tickets. Just show up. If y'all, go there and just say your name. People gonna know who you are.
Facts.
I did say that, so I do feel slightly a little bit bad because I did tell them to go, but then Carlos backed up and said, yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Let's just go there and just show up and say your name at the counter.
That's what Carlos said. What I thought.
That being said, my friend knew I was scared to call. So I'm like, girl, I don't know if they're gonna say to me, but I feel like Carlos needs to be exposed. Like, he's lying to people. Somebody is lying, so the truth got to come out somewhere. So, anyways, I finally ended up messaging Miss Netta, and I'm like, hey, I'm open to a conversation. We can definitely talk. So she calls me and she was like, well, what do I have to do with all this? Like, we never talked about, the hair and the business. Like, what do I have to do with all this? And I said, to be honest, like, the hair and business honestly was between me and Carlos because that's the only person who I can connect with. He wouldn't give me your number. He wouldn't give me Charles' number. He wouldn't even give me his number. And she didn't even know that I didn't even have his number. So I was just like, he wouldn't even give me his number. And then she was like, oh, like she was like, kind of surprised about it. I said, any person on your team is essentially you because they're a representation of you. So it don't matter if this person was at fault or this person was at fault. If you hired them, it's always going to fall back on you. Like, everyone's going to be mad at you in the end.
It's going to be your